a straight up black dot. It's simple logic. Eyelash strength. How to draw the eye. What up YouTube, it's your boy Double M coming back at you with another art tutorial. In this tutorial, as the title says, you'll be learning how to draw the eye. This video will be part of a set where I'll elaborate more on drawing the eyes, but in this video I'm just gonna focus on drawing the basic eye and what to understand when drawing the eye. But before we do that, I need you to first drop a like, become part of the Double Empire by hitting that subscribe button and hit that bell to stay notified. Please make sure to subscribe and share this video with others. I'm trying to get to 200 subscribers strong. And with all that said, grab whatever you need for this tutorial and let's get started. Okay, before we learn how to draw the eye, we need to fully understand and observe the eye. You cannot completely draw what you not completely understand and have not completely observed. It's simple logic. Now, I got us a picture that's gonna help us understand and observe the eye perfectly. To make everything easier, let's first draw us a center line down the face and an eye line going horizontally just in between the eyes. What we first observe is that there is a general shape to the eye. This shape when drawn usually represents where the eye will sit, also known as the eye socket. Now when it comes to perfectly plotting this eye socket, a personal trick that I like to do is I sort of imagine a third eye socket sitting perfectly where the brow line and the eye line meet. And when this eye socket is drawn here, you can use it as a reference to plot the other eye sockets. This is a personal trick that I came up with that I like to use. This helps me a lot when it comes to knowing where to put the other eyes. Obviously later in the drawing, when you're gonna put more detail to the eyelashes and all that, this eye is gonna be erased. I mean, it's obviously not gonna draw a third eye on a character. Talking about third eyes, I have a video on that you need to watch if you have not, but let's save that to the end of the video. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. Okay, what we can observe from the eye next is, guess what? The eye has eyelashes. I know, right? It's amazing. Anyway, what we observe is that the top eyelash is bigger, thicker, and more dominant, right, than the bottom eyelash, which is the exact opposite, smaller, thinner, and less dominant. Two eyelashes, one big one at the top and a smaller one at the bottom. Most of the time I'll have a line sticking out of the top eyelash. You don't have to, but most of the time it's drawn there. I'll have another video showing you how to draw different types of eyes which has this line and which doesn't have that line. Another thing is that majority of female eyes though will have a much thicker, much bigger top eyelash with eyelash strands sticking out. Majority, not all female eyelashes are like that. It's just that most of them will be like that. What we observe next is that the iris takes a circular shape, or a circle. Just draw a circle for the iris, and the pupil is a straight up black dot, because that's what it is, a straight up black dot. What I like to do to add detail to the iris, I like to draw little lines just to add a little detail to the iris, because who doesn't like detail? What we can observe from the eye next is, let's quickly change back the opacity. What we observe from the eye next is generally the top half of the iris, or more of the top half of the iris is in a darker shade than the rest of the iris. With this information, let's redraw that again. Go back to original layer. What I draw first is like a semicircle in the corner of the eye, or it can be here. I like to draw it there, and then I shade around that semicircle to show that the rest of the iris is in a darker shade than this part of the iris. What we can finally observe is that the eye has highlights, which is usually just a white line or a white dot drawn on the eye to show where the light is coming from and where it's sitting on the eye. Now, let's use the info we got from observing the eye and draw what we have observed. Step 1, draw your eye socket. You always want to know where your eye is going to sit and the general shape of your eye. You don't need to draw these other two eye sockets. Now just learn how to draw one eye. Draw one eye socket. But if you want to, you can copy what I have drawn on the screen and follow along. The next step is to draw the eyelashes. Let's get a new layer first at the top and a smaller one at the bottom. Other side for those who have drawn both eye sockets. A small one at the bottom. Step 3, draw your iris and your pupil. Circle, simple circle for the iris. And a black dot in the center for the pupil. Same the other side. Circle for the iris, black dot in the center for the pupil. The last step I like to call the iris detail, because this is where the shading and the highlights come in. First, have those little strands if you want to. This is optional, but I like to do it. If you want to, those just little dashes for the detail of the eye. Don't add too much, gonna make it look not natural. Just a few here and there. Yeah, I'm not gonna focus it on it too much. Other eye as well. After doing that, semicircle through the pupil, shade around the semicircle. Again, other side, semicircle through the pupil, shade around the semicircle. And last, bring that white color for a simple white line. Opacity needs to be higher. Simple white line or white dot for the highlights. A tip for drawing the highlights: if it's sitting here on the eye, if it's sitting here on one eye, it should sit at the exact same place on the other eye, because it's not as if the light is sitting here, it's gonna decide to shine some light here and then shine on the other side of the eye. No, it's not gonna do that. Last thing I want to go over is drawing the eye from the side. I quickly drew like a side view of the head. If you want to learn how to draw the side view of the head and other views of the head, I have a video on that. You can go and watch it after this video. But let me quickly just cover how to draw the eye from the side. There are things to consider when drawing the eye from the side. Let's quickly lower the opacity of this drawing and add a new frame. You still have the eye socket and everything, it's just that the eye socket is cut in half. You have half of a oval-ish, lemon-ish, or almond or seed-ish shape. You get what I'm saying? You have half of this shape, and it's not gonna sit perfectly here because that's where the nose is going to start. That's not where the eye is gonna sit. The eye is gonna sit right here. Okay, and with that, you go to the next step. The thing is, with drawing the eyes on the side, when drawing the eyelashes, most of the time, not all the time, the top eyelash and the bottom eyelash is connected. I don't personally connect them a lot. I just draw this and let people figure out that obviously they connect. It's just that I didn't draw them connecting. But in most drawings, in other people's drawings, in drawings similar to this style, they connect. And with the iris, it's important to know that the iris is going to be this shape and the pupil is going to sit here. because if you look carefully at the eye, go and Google this. I don't have time to show you now. Go and Google eyes from the side. There is like a, what is it? A dome, a clear dome. You've seen it. I know you've seen eyes like that. There is like a dome, a clear dome covering the iris. Let's go through the steps one last time. Step 1, draw your eye socket. Plot where your eye is gonna sit, general eye shape. Step 2, eyelashes. Big one at the top, smaller one at the bottom. Step 3, your iris and your pupil. Just circles, 2 circles, one smaller circle inside the bigger circle for the pupil in full black. And step 4, iris detail. Those dashes, if you wanna include them, top shading of the iris and the high. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to watch my other videos if you have not, including my how to draw the head video and how I got my third eye video. Appreciate it if you share those guys as well. Please make sure to follow my IG, my Twitter, and my Tumblr. Links are in the description. Drop a like, subscribe. God bless, and until next time, Double M out.